Welcome everyone to another episode of the Portsmouth Career Mode, and of course in this one we are crossing over from Season 4 into Season 5, and of course we could save our season by winning the FA Cup by beating none other than the Premier League champions in Liverpool. If you haven't seen the last few episodes, well basically the last season really, it's been really quite bang average to be honest. Somehow in the last episode we got on the brink of actually making European football via the league, but it didn't happen, which I'm kind of not really that annoyed about. We got battered in the Europa League by Schalke of all teams. You know, the team that did quite average in Germany this year, so that wasn't great at all. And we lost to someone in the League Cup as well. No idea who it was to, but who actually cares about the League Cup. But anyway, FA Cup, the actual cup competition. Liverpool, after this, we shall make signings for the upcoming season. I'm just going to pray to God that we actually have a good budget. EA, come on, be nice to me, please. Last episode, I asked you to suggest players to sign. With the idea to sign them in this episode, but I since realised that the only way I can get this out on time is to record it before that one's uploaded. So yeah, that basically your points are kind of irrelevant right now, but I will go over them in the one after this, don't worry. So then, Liverpool in the FA Cup final. It is a bit of deja vu because if you remember this series back in just Season 2, the final episode before we made it to the Premier League for the first time, we won the FA Cup as a championship team, meaning that we were in Europe in our first season in the Premier League, of course. Now, of course, we had a pretty good run. We had to beat some top sides in Chelsea. Somehow beat City 5-0. Let's just not talk about that one. Don't know how it happened. Beat Bournemouth and Wolves. So we faced literally no small teams. Obviously, full strength for us. Eric Garcia's final appearance before he just leaves without me being able to do anything about it. And same for Ben Close. He will come on their team. Full strength. Obviously, that's still that mad front three. Milinkovic, Savic, Guric, who scored against me twice, I think. Diaz, Hermoso, Lewis, Trent, and Alisson. I mean, Trent, who's that? Okay. Matty Cash, obviously, as we all know, is better. I've had to get it in again. A Forest reference in a Portsmouth video. I'm sorry. I think it's all the apple juice and apples that I eat, okay? Okay, that would have been the worst possible start in history, but luckily for me, they put that one right. Lads, I've just realised that I've not put Henderson in goal. What a pass that was. Even in the FA Cup final, the Rats effect has to play a part in some point, doesn't it? Yeah, what I was saying is, I've not even put Henderson in goal. He was suspended, and I didn't put him back in the team. So McGilvery's in the goal for the FA Cup final. McGilvery and Garcia making their first final appearances in a situation like this. No. Remember this, lads. We beat Liverpool at Anfield this season and drew with them in the league. So not a bad record, Salah. Okay, right, we've not had a single attack in the first 20 minutes. This is not really what you call promising, is it? Come on, lads, go on, Harper, go on, Harper. Massive opportunity! How did he score that? Honestly, I thought he was going to completely mess that up. No power behind that in the slightest, yet he put it away. You know what, I'm actually thinking of upgrading Harper this transfer window. I mean, I've got to sign a midfielder anyway to a place close, but maybe Harper's proving a point to me here. That was one of the weakest shots in history. But we are level somehow. Go on, Felix. Go on. Oh, okay. Oh, won it back though. Well done. Into Curtis. Go on, Curtis. That was a terrible shot. I pressed A and B at the same time for some reason. No. Just don't. Good. That is what I want more. He's still in the team. One of the few AG players. But he's proven a point yet again there. Go on. Go on. Go on. Curtis! I'm not going mental because I don't know how we've done this. How have we done this? Liverpool have all possession, all the shots. That is literally our second shot. And we scored from it. Clinical, yet again. And Ronan Curtis has a goal in the FA Cup final. Should he stay in the first team next season? I think he has at least another season left in him in the first team before we can think about maybe moving him on or... No, not that. He's never leaving because I want him to stay the whole time. But maybe put him on the bench or something. I don't know. But somehow we're ahead at half time, more or less. Well, there we go. Yeah. That's a very strange game of football. We've just taken our chances. That's as simple as that, really. I want to look at these shots, though. Okay, we've had 3 shots, but they've had 8, and yet we're somehow ahead. Mental. Come on. We're 20 minutes away from winning the FA Cup for the 2nd time in our history. It is Adley. Adley went for goal. Not bad. And I say history, obviously, I mean the history of this career mode. Portsmouth have won it quite a few times, I think. I don't even know. But let's make 3 changes then. Parrott, who's not had the greatest game in the world, but I don't know. It's not been bad. We'll bring on Connolly, though. And also, 1 final appearance for unsung hero Ben Close, and also a chance for Steve Said. And we have a corner here, though, for Adley to swing in. And I was going to say it's come to nothing. It could still work. Yeah, that was shocking. Mane. No. No. Just don't. Lads, we just have to hold on for 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes, you know. I know that's a long time in football sometimes, but just 10 minutes. You know, very, very different second half. Because Liverpool were dominant in the first. We've had a few more chances. But still, I mean, I can't be too annoyed. At least we're getting a challenge, okay? I'm happy with that, but still. Okay, then. No. Just do not. If that had gone in, I would... Okay, Adley, go on. Not got much stamina left. But he is Yacine Adley. He can change a game like he did against Man United in the semi-finals. He nearly did there. I mean, it wasn't. It was just a very poor pass. But there we go. Full time. We've still got another half an hour to go, unfortunately. But let's just try and get this done. Come on, lads. Close. Now to Adley. Go on. Oh, Connolly. Nearly. It was offside, I think. No, it wasn't. I don't know why I said that. Come on. Adley. Sprint. Not got much left in you. But Yacine Adley! Yacine Adley puts us in front for the 2nd time. And is that enough to win the FA Cup? It had to be him, didn't it? We just knew that it had to be this mate. This mate. Great English, David. This man, okay? What a goal from Yacine Adley. Okay, I'm not going to get too excited. But let's just keep going. Try and hold on. No. Just don't. Can we hold on to a lead, please? Just once. What an FA Cup final this is, though. This will go down in history if it was a real game. 3-3. I don't remember one where it's been this high scoring for both sides. But Salah goes and levels it. Okay, then. Oh, we've got to score now. We've got to score now. We're not going to get the ball, are we? We're not going to get the ball. I am not looking forward to this at all. Okay, bottom corner. It worked a few episodes ago. But I completely messed that up nearly. No, I didn't. I've scored a penalty. But it's all about saving them. That's where it lets me down, I'll be completely honest. I dived. Okay, progress. Now for Connolly. Bottom corner again. It's just difficult for me to get it there, to be honest. I'll be honest there. Connolly. Go on. Go on, Connolly. Come on. Salah. Okay. Not a bad start. We've actually made a few good efforts. I hate him to get it on target. Adley. Don't you be the one to miss. He doesn't. Come on. 3 out of 3 so far, lads. No, I'm not saying anything. Is it happening? Is it happening? Please. Please. I've won a penalty shootout on FIFA 20 and I've also won the FA Cup in doing so. I scored every single penalty. Every penalty. Are you mental? What's going on there? What a cup final. That will go down in history. 3-3. Thrilling cup final. Thrilling. Okay, not so much thrilling penalty shootout. But the fact that I won a penalty shootout, that is mental. We've beaten Liverpool again in the cup final for like the 4th time overall. I'm going to let you enjoy the celebrations. Well, there we go then, lads. We are in the Europa League again next season in the most dramatic way possible. We couldn't do it in the league, which is disappointing. But you know what? In ways, I'm actually kind of pleased because it was worth it to witness that game. But before we move on to the 5th season and get into the signings, I just want to pay a tribute to Eric Garcia. He has been with us since League One, since episode 3 of this series, and we're on episode 50 right now, alright? And Ben Close, this is even more incredible as well. One of the OG players heading to Sporting after this season. A player that I didn't even play that much back in League 1 or 2, but yet he still plays, not 2, Championship. Yet whenever he plays, even back then, he did really, really well. And he was like 66 overall at the start, and now he's 75. Probably can get even better than that. It's a real shame. But yeah, thank you, Ben Close. And thank you, Eric Garcia. Right then, so on to Season 5. I don't know if they drag on for too long, so let's just try and get through it. It is pre-season, of course. I won't play any of it, but we'll just go for that one, 6.8 million. So we have Sheffield United, Schalke, and Cologne. Interesting group. I think that is get-outable. If that's even a word, which it isn't. Okay, that's the moment of truth. The moment of truth. Let's find out our budget. Okay, I'm gonna look away. I want a good budget. Okay, you ready? Are you actually having a laugh? I swear to God, in the 3rd season, in the first season of the Premier League, we had like 40 million. Last season we had 20 million. This season 26. What's that? What is that? They want me to reach the final of the Europa League. How can I do that without having a decent budget? Joke. That's a joke, man. They want me to finish in the Europa League spot. They want European football. Yet you give me 26 million. I know in real life that's absolutely tons of money. But in FIFA and football, that's nothing. Let's be honest. Wow. Okay. FA Cup round of 16. Maybe we can do better than that. But that's a joke. That really is a joke. But before I do anything at all, I am not falling for this again. It is time to renew contracts because we're not having another Garcia, Close and McGilvery situation. Well, that's disappointing. Okay, I was thinking of going for Thiago Diallo from Girona. He plays for Lille in real life to replace Garcia, but he's only 77 rated. I thought to be a lot better than that. Backup goalkeepers, I have these two here. I've never heard of either of them. They were both players that suggested in the comments below, but they're both very much affordable. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to pay 14 million for him. Get lost with that. I could sign him if you have enough money left at the end, just as a backup goalkeeper, because he could be a decent option, I suppose. There's this guy from Celtic. He wouldn't cost that much, and he's only one overall lower than Garcia was, and I think he's got good potential as well. I was thinking about going for Reece Nelson, only because this game hates me. I can't go for both of them. Well, for the 2nd straight transfer window, my plan is completely and utterly out the window. Thank you very much, EA. Thank you so much on that one. Lads, Eric Garcia is available on a free agent. What? That's the thing, you know. I knew exactly where Close was going the entire time, but it never said where Garcia was going. This is it. This is it. This whole time, we can re-sign Eric Garcia. Well, at least it's one less position to worry about now. I don't have to worry at all about replacing him. I could just replace him with himself. Oh my God, lads. This is an absolute bargain. 30 grand. He deserves so much more than that. This is mental. We've just signed Eric Garcia back, literally without playing a single game since he left, for nothing, and he's only on 30 grand. For a player like him, he should deserve so much more than that. Okay, I didn't see that coming, I'll be honest, but we do have Eric Garcia back in the team, somehow. First game of pre-season then against Schalke. We used to play in this slot and they used to absolutely battering us at home, of course. We win this time too, you know, Williams and Nemec are getting a goal for us. And yeah, looking at this squad here as we face Cologne, we see Close and McGilvery are officially gone. So McGee and Marquise are there, but we are definitely going to have to upgrade both of those. Garcia, by the way, has still got number 5. which is good. 2-0 win. It looks like we're going through in pre-season. And our final game of pre-season, we won 3-1 against Sheffield United. Nemecha, Curtis, and Connolly getting goals for us. We're through with a 100% record in pre-season. On to the semi-finals then. Hertha Berlin against Portsmouth. Can we win? Okay, we lose 2-0. Haaland. Matty Cash. Lascelles. I am actually lost for words. Are you telling me that that's Adama Diakhaby? That can't be João Carvalho as well. No way. Have Hertha Berlin, and of all clubs, have got 3 Forest players, plus Erling Haaland and James Ward-Prowse. That's weird. And Lascelles. What a strange team. So the next signing then, it isn't really crucial, but I want someone better than McGee on the bench. He's 69 overall. And this guy, I've never heard of him, I'll be honest, but he's 74 overall, 21. And I think he's got potential in the 80s. So he could be a good little backup option. I don't know. And he's affordable as well. And it was suggested by someone in the comments as well. So it's not just me going in blind. So yeah, let's try and sign him. I'm going to offer 4 million. It's going to take quite a bit away from my transfer budget to, for a backup goalkeeper. But, okay, they want 7 million for a youngster. That's quite a lot. I don't want to spend too much. Damn it. Okay, that's annoying. Okay, basically that means no then, doesn't it? Okay, so they want 5.8 million. I literally offered that, didn't I? So they've literally come back with exactly the same thing that I offered them. What is this game? Okay, he's happy with that. It is quite a bit for a backup goalie, I will be honest. But 5-year deal, he's willing to stay. And there we go, he's happy with that. 30 grand for a backup goalie. I wouldn't complain about that, mate, to sit on the bench. But we do have this guy in. Don't have to say his name, from City. I really have no clue what to do here. I'm stumped about what to do. Like, even if you suggest players below, I doubt it will even help because I probably can't even afford them. Let's think of it this way. Which is more important? Midfield or a winger? I think midfield because we only have Shackleton as backup. That's it. So Adley and Harper. We still have Williams, even though he's quite bang average. And then Harnett as well, Smith Rowe and Curtis. But we do not have a really good backup midfielder. I wanted a midfielder that could start, in all honesty. But none of these I can afford. Unless I sell a player, but there's no player really that I'm willing to sell. I have no idea what to do with signings. I really don't. I mean, normally I have at least an inkling, but I genuinely have no clue. We have to face Liverpool again in the Community Shield. A little bit boring, that, I'll be honest. Okay, nice one. We face City straight away. Great, so Man City away in our first game. Nice and easy one there. West Ham are back in the Premier League. But Stoke are back in the Premier League. Quite a nice month in September there. Pretty average one there as well. Fulham are back. I definitely want to be playing that one. However, it's in a month with Chelsea, Arsenal and Spurs. So probably not. We face Leicester in the same month twice. How boring is that? Seriously, man. We also play Southampton in this month too. When's the other game against Southampton? Actually, not the end of the season for once. It's away in February. And the final game of the season is Man United. Nice one. So, have another pump in there probably. And Arsenal before that. We need a right winger. And we need a midfielder. I am absolutely clueless when it comes to midfield. But Reiss Nelson is the only player I can even consider trying to sign. We can just about afford him. He's 80 rated and he has got good potential. We know this. Nelson is a great signing. Okay, I'm happy with this, but we're just not going to be able to afford a midfielder now. He wants a crucial role. I mean, probably fair to be honest, because Smith Rowe's been good, but he can be better. 5-year deals, so he's committed. Yeah, we're going to have literally no money left. I've tried like 3 times to lower that, and it just does not have it. There's no way we're making any more signings. And I'm not going to, because then I'll be in another scenario where, even though I've renewed contracts, I'm not risking it again. But Reiss Nelson is in from Arsenal. That is good then. We have an 80 rated right winger, and I think Reiss Nelson is going to do bits. He can only get better as well. Good midfield, but it is very weak on the bench. Really weak. I have no clue what we're going to do here. I needed a midfielder, but can we afford one right now? No. Without selling other players. Who though? Literally no one. we can't. I don't know what we're going to do. We'll start the next episode with Liverpool in the Community Shield. It's unfortunate we've got to play them again, but it is Liverpool. It's not really a tiny team, is it really? We'll play City away from home, Sim West Ham. I'll play the away game and play Everton in the Premier League away from home. And we'll also find out very soon our Europa League group as well. Let's hope we have a big team in there. But yeah, until next time, please do like and subscribe to Rads. Follow me on Twitter at Rads_23. The next episode will be on Wednesday with a Fulham preview out tomorrow. Because of course we play on Tuesday this time. And yeah, there might be a live listen along as well. I'm recording this before the Derby one. So yeah, there might be. We'll wait and see on that. But yeah, until next time, please do like and subscribe to Rads. And I'll see you very soon.